Every minute, 300 hours of videos are uploaded to YouTube, which claims more than 1 billion users worldwide. It's Susan Wojcicki's job to try and turn all those clicks into cash. She did it once as the principal architect of parent companies Google's ad program. This morning, what you didn't see in our Sunday morning profile, including how having 5 kids changed her approach to the workplace. You and your husband actually gave Google its first home.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Yeah. So my husband and I had first bought a house, and we had a mortgage, and they needed a place to start the company. And so we figured, well, why don't they just move in, and that will solve our mortgage problem, and that will solve their office space problem. I wasn't really sure what they were doing. It didn't really matter because I was mostly focused on
were they paying the rent?
Yeah, were they paying the rent?
Meanwhile, they were building Google inside your home.
Susan Wojcicki grew up with 2 sisters in Silicon Valley before it was known as Silicon Valley. She went from being Google's landlord in 1998 to its 16th employee a year later, its first marketing manager, and its first mother within 5 months.
So the idea of maternity leave was virtually non-existent at Google right then.
No one had gone on maternity leave, so they were not really sure what the process was or policy was.
Now you've got a company that has expectant mothers parking spaces.
Yeah. Yeah.
That company is YouTube, which Google owns and where Wojcicki became CEO in 2014. Its headquarters have special parking and nursing rooms for moms-to-be, in addition to known perks like full kitchens and free food. Although work time can resemble playtime here, family time is serious business.
I always made the 6 to 9 period family time so I could be with our kids, be home for dinner, and I still do that today. And what I found also is people enjoy it because other people also want to go home and be with their families. Advertisers see it as a good platform for us to do.
Using her personal experience and powerful platform, Wojcicki has advocated for government-mandated paid maternity leave. She wrote this op-ed in the Wall Street Journal last December while pregnant with her 5th child.
Why do you think paid maternity leave is so important for businesses to embrace, and why they should encourage longer paid maternity leave?
There's about $2 trillion of spend that's determined by women and moms. And so having women in the workforce is really, really important for us. And when I thought about what it was like to come back to work after 10 days after I just had my 5th child, on day 10, I was thinking, wow, what if I had to go back right now? I don't think I could have done it.
It was Wojcicki who pushed for Google's nearly $2 billion purchase of YouTube in 2006, before most of the world knew what online video was. Since then, YouTube has been valued at up to $40 billion. That's in part because of the 3 billion people on the planet who have internet access. Nearly 1/3 use YouTube. And yet one big question remains.
Does it make a profit?
Right now we're investing in YouTube. I think we're still pretty early in the online video market. And so really our focus has been in investing in it as opposed to making a profit right now.
Will YouTube always be free?
Well, right now we're working on enabling a subscription service for our users because we think there are going to be some users that are going to want to have choice and see it without ads. And then we also think that it's an opportunity for our partners to be able to also have other revenue models too.
One ad executive described YouTube as, and forgive me, endless streams of garbage. How do you change that perception?
Well, YouTube has so much great content. It really has something for everybody. And people come up to me all the time and talk to me about how YouTube has changed their life, how they've been able to learn something they didn't think they could learn.
That kind of chance discovery isn't foreign to Wojcicki, who, especially for a CEO, has a surprising piece of advice.
One other thing you've said, which is interesting, you've said don't overplan your life. Why?
I found it's really hard to plan. I think about my own career, and when I graduated from college, the internet didn't really exist yet. And so not having a specific plan, but being able to be opportunistic at the end is what enabled me to make some of my best decisions, which is to go to places that were growing, but that I didn't plan to have happen.
You know, it's really interesting because my kids are 7 and 6, and they really only watch YouTube. They only watch video on demand. You know, they don't know television the way we do, like when we watch cartoons on Saturday mornings.
They are their own programmers.
Yeah, and so YouTube, and the other thing I learned too is 80% of YouTube's viewers are around the world, not domestic to the U.S. I mean, there's so much opportunity for growth, and they may create an online subscription service.
Yeah, YouTube.
As I've said before, it's great for your tennis and golf game.
Yeah, but YouTube, but bravo, Susan. Listen, I love the paid maternity leave. I love expectant mother parking, and that she has 5 kids and has a high-powered job. I love her.
Can you imagine 5 kids and a CEO?
I can't. I can't. Bravo.
Very impressive.